Tanushree Mishra, primary teacher, Kendriya Vidyalay, Khairagarh. Firstly, I would like to thank Sangathan for giving me this opportunity to be the part of this training program. And
Tanushri,
also, yes,
Tanushri, is it possible for you to turn on your video?
ma'am, actually, the data is very low.
Okay,
So if
okay, go ahead, go ahead.
okay, ma'am. And our resource person for giving me chance to give feedback today. Owing to the current situation of a global pandemic, the education system of our country has completely diversified itself into digital era. We were actually gradually moving towards digital era, but today the situation is that we are completely dependent on this digital platform, and online education has emerged as an alternative to that ordinary face-to-face classes that we used to take. And being a teacher, we are facing many new challenges every day, some or the other problems till now we were facing, because it is very completely new to us also. So this training program has turned out to be a boon for all of us. Here we have learned many innovative measures for conducting interactive online sessions. Now, after attending this training program, now I feel much more confident in taking my online classes, and my students are also actively participating. Like now, my assignments that I'm preparing now are now much more interactive, effective, and they are also very interesting, because it is new to me also. So I'm also taking part in making these assignments, as I am a primary teacher, so and teach tiny tots. So sometimes it's become very tough to attract them to take daily classes. So it becomes very tough to attract them. But now I have numerous, after attending this training session, I have numerous options to grab attention of these tiny tots, and they also actively participate in my classes. And the strength is also day by day it is increasing only. This training has been organized in such a flexible way and in such an interesting way that we never felt burdened. Like earlier, we were taking online classes and we had a schedule. We had to prepare videos and various assignments for next classes. But earlier, I was a bit confused. Like, there is a training now, we have to do this also. But it was organized in such a way, such a flexible way, that we never felt burden in our daily schedule task. And the credit for this goes to Mr. Srinivasan sir. And I'm also looking forward for more such trainings, so that my technical skills are enhanced. I am also nominated for the next training that is going to be started soon. So I'm also nominated for that also. So that's all from my end. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, madam. And I hope that the main aim of giving you conducting this course is to give you some interesting tool to make the class highly interesting. And I hope that that is actually works out for you also. Okay, now I call Mr. Nitin Kumar Devrani, TGT English from number 3 Korba, please. Mr. Nitin.
Thank you, sir. So shall I turn on my camera?
Yes, you can turn off your camera also.
No, sir, may I turn it on?
Yes, yes, please.
Sure. Very good evening to everyone. Today's guest for the valedictory function, Shri N.R. Murli, Honorable Director at IET Mumbai, and Deputy Commissioner, KVS Regional Office Mumbai, Madam Chanda Mandal, Deputy Commissioner, KVS Regional Office Raipur, our trainer, Mr. M. Srinivasan sir, and all my dear friends of this batch. As we all are very aware of the fact of this unprecedented situation of COVID-19 pandemic, and because of which lockdown had to be imposed, and everything came to a halt all of a sudden. Everything had to be shut down, including schools also. And the initiative that was taken by Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan within few days of the lockdown of carrying this online teaching was very appreciable, and everyone, all the schools started their online classes through different modes, including Zoom class, Google Meet, and other different platforms. And this was a really very good initiative taken by the Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, and very imposed at the different regional offices also. As far this course of designing e-resources is concerned, it's a very, for personally, I feel it's a very good initiative, because most of us are not that techno savvy, and even though we were familiar with some of the other things regarding technology, but not so good or perfect at it. But this initiative taken for to enrich the teachers with this potential of designing e-resources and conveying the same to the children was a really very good initiative. As earlier, we were not able to reach to the children in that effective way as we are able to do it now, and for it. And I suppose it's a really fruitful initiative. And today, as we know that even though schools are shut, but teaching is still going on. The teaching is still being carried on through online platform, and this was a very fruitful training for all of us, I believe, and especially the interactive sessions that were taken for solving our queries, for clearing out our queries. And yes, the assignments that were given to us were sometimes a bit tricky, but sometimes very fun to do. And I personally thank the Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan and our regional office for making me a part of this batch. And I also would like to thank Shri M. Srinivasan sir for being so humble and for showing such patience to all our queries. At once I got stuck in one of the assignment. I called him personally to clarify my doubts, and he very patiently dealt with it. He very patiently told me everything about the assignment, and he cleared my doubt for it. I thank everyone for their support and cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you, Nitin. We hope that whatever the initiative we have taken is useful from your side. Okay, now I call Mr. Vani Atul Damodar, TGT Social Science from number 4, Korba. Mr. Vani Atul Damodar, please.
Thank you, sir.
Unmute your camera also. Unmute your camera also.
Yes, sir. Respected Sri N.R. Murli, sir, Director GATE, Mumbai. Respected Ms. Kandana Mandal, ma'am, DC, KVS RO Raipur, and Sri M. Srinivasan, sir. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Our training program on e-resource building or the development is really a wonderful program which are very much useful for us in this current scenario. And in this current pandemic situation, while we are trying to bring all the school activities online, like that the online classes we are conducting, we are trying to conduct the test online, or such resources we are trying to provide to the students through the online portal, online using the WhatsApp or etc. like that one. So this training program which we had taken part, it has provided ample opportunities to learn about various online modes to reach out the students, and can be very much beneficial for the students. Especially, I am very much impressed with the hot potatoes application which was taught to us personally also in the interactive sessions, and afterward the sir has sent videos also which were I think so can be very much useful for the students benefit. As I am properly belonging to the Maharashtra, so I know the current situation, Corona pandemic situation in Maharashtra, afterwards the current going on rain and the flood situation in Maharashtra, Mumbai, especially in the Mumbai. But still, Sri M. Srinivasan sir had been provided the link to us, had conducted 2 interactive sessions for us, and really very thank you so much for this your dedication towards training program. Our from my side and from all the members, will try to ensure you that I'm giving you assurance that yes, we will all this or we will all this for the students' benefit. The program is really a wonderful program, really useful program, and yes, surely next time again, whenever the previous ask me to attend the program or ask you the opportunity to join another program, surely I will join and I will go with another program. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are very happy to know that it is helpful in your teaching. Now I call Miss Archana, TGT Hindi from number 4, Korba. Madam Archana.
Yes, sir. आदरणीय निदेशक सर ZIET मुंबई, उपायुक्त मैम, ट्रेनिंग एसोसिएट एम श्रीनिवासन सर एवं साथी शिक्षकगण, आप सभी को मेरा सादर नमस्कार। मैं अर्चना TGT हिंदी केंद्रीय विद्यालय क्रमांक 4 कोरबा में कार्यरत हूँ। सर्वप्रथम सर मैं आपको धन्यवाद कहना चाहूंगी कि मुझे इस 9 दिवसीय कोर्स के समापन समारोह में आपने अपने अनुभव साझा करने का अवसर दिया है और यह नवनियुक्ति के बाद मेरा पहला प्रशिक्षण कार्यक्रम है। जैसा कि हम सब जानते हैं कि अप्रैल माह से ही हमने ऑनलाइन कक्षाएं लेना प्रारंभ कर दिया था। यह हमारे लिए एक नया अनुभव था। जब मैंने ऑनलाइन कक्षाएं लेना आरंभ किया तो बहुत सी चुनौतियां मेरे समक्ष थीं, जैसे कि अधिगम को रुचिपूर्ण कैसे बनाया जाए, छात्रों को ज्यादा से ज्यादा जोड़कर कैसे रखा जाए तथा ऑनलाइन मूल्यांकन किस प्रकार से किया जाए। इस सब के लिए सर मुझे एक मार्गदर्शन की बहुत आवश्यकता महसूस हो रही थी, जिसकी पूर्ति मुझे इस पाठ्यक्रम के माध्यम से होती हुई नजर आई है और इस पाठ्यक्रम का मेरे लिए बहुत ही लाभ मिला है। इसके लिए मैं RO रायपुर और ZIET मुंबई और अपनी प्राचार्य महोदया जी का धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगी। हमारे प्रशिक्षक सर ने बहुत ही सरल और सटीक तरीके से कम समय में संसाधन डिजाइन करना सिखाया है, जैसे PPT से वीडियो बनाना, नरेशन डालना, गूगल ड्राइव का प्रयोग करना, क्विजेस, H5P हॉट पोटैटो के माध्यम से छात्रों का मूल्यांकन करना तथा उनके लिए अभ्यास कराना, ज्यादा से ज्यादा छात्र इससे अभ्यास कर सकें। सर आपने जो भी हमें सिखाया है मैंने उसे ध्यानपूर्वक समझा है और उसका प्रयोग करना भी आरंभ कर दिया है। जैसे कि पहले मैं स्क्रीन शेयर के माध्यम से छात्रों को PPT दिखाती थी, उसमें मुझे स्वयं बोलना पड़ता था और बार बार मुझे एंटर करना पड़ता था। किंतु सर जब आपने PPT में नरेशन सिखाया तो इससे जो मेरी PPT थी वो एक वीडियो का रूप उसने ले लिया। इस प्रकार की वीडियो के प्रयोग से सर मुझे ऑनलाइन कक्षाओं में बहुत मदद मिली तथा इससे छात्रों की भी रुचि बढ़ी। और इसी प्रकार सर मैंने गूगल ड्राइव का भी सही तरीके से प्रयोग करना सीखा। जैसे कि पहले मैं छात्रों की साप्ताहिक डायरी जो होती थी उसको स्कूल की ईमेल आईडी पर साइज लिमिट के कारण उसे पार्ट्स में भेज पाती थी, उसे मैं एक साथ नहीं भेज पाती थी, किंतु अब मैं गूगल ड्राइव का प्रयोग करके उसका लिंक शेयर कर देती हूँ, जिससे कि फोल्डर का जो प्रारूप होता है वो बदलता नहीं है। और ऐसे ही सर मैं पहले अपनी वीडियो YouTube के माध्यम से छात्रों को शेयर करती थी, YouTube के माध्यम से उनको वीडियो पहुंचाती थी, परंतु इससे मुझे छात्रों का कोई भी फीडबैक नहीं मिल पाता था। किंतु सर जब आपने H5P के माध्यम से इंटरैक्टिव वीडियो बनाना सिखाया तो इससे मैं वीडियो के मध्य प्रश्न डाल पाई, जिससे छात्र प्रश्नों के उत्तर दिए बिना आगे की वीडियो नहीं देख सकते। पहले वो वीडियो देखेंगे, फिर जो प्रश्न बीच में आए हैं उनका उत्तर देंगे, उसके बाद ही वो आगे की वीडियो देख सकेंगे। साथ ही इस पे छात्रों का मूल्यांकन भी मैं कर सकी, तो इसका सर मुझे बहुत ही लाभ हुआ। इस कोर्स में मेरा जो अनुभव है वो बहुत सकारात्मक रहा। मैं फिर से आप सभी का धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगी और आभार व्यक्त करना चाहूंगी कि वीडियो कोर्स से संबंधित एक आगामी ट्रेनिंग में भी मेरा नाम सम्मिलित है तथा इसमें भी मैं पूर्ण मनोयोग के साथ प्रतिभाग करूंगी। धन्यवाद सर, धन्यवाद मैम।
Archana was from which school? I missed it.
मैम KV number 4 कोरबा।
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Archana madam. Thank you very much. I think you are using most of the thing which is discussed here, but please don't stop with that, because learning will never stop. You can explore whatever the thing which you have told. It is only a curtain raiser. You can think that these are all the things which is available. More are also available. Please
Yes,
explore.
sir.
Okay. Now, I think very happy to know that all of you are very happy with the course and it is highly fruitful for you. But most of whatever we have done, it is because of the encouragement we got it from Deputy Commissioner Madam of Kendra Vidyalaya, Raipur region. For now, I humbly request Kendra Vidyalaya, Raipur Deputy Commissioner Madam to bless the participants. Please, Madam.
Okay. Mr. Murli, Director Heat, and Srinivasan, Training Associate, and dear teachers. Really, I am very happy to take note that you have benefited from this very comprehensive and detailed training, which is a 10-day training. Normally, our trainings, such kind of, we call them workshops. Normally, we keep them for 2 days or 3 days, but it has been planned very well for 10 days. For that, I thank the ZIT Mumbai, because it takes care of the learner space. So 10-day where they can learn at their own pace. Also, they have that time, and it has been planned so well that they, through the assignments, they because it is basically you have to do and learn. So that way it has been planned, and if the teachers are happy, so I am happy as well. And I would like to inform the participants that yesterday this has been appreciated by Commissioner Madam, Commissioner KVS, that the teachers are undergoing this empowering training, enabling training, and she was very happy about it. So teachers, whatever you have learned, it has got meaning only if you the benefit reaches the child. That is the idea. The benefit should reach the students, because we understand that suddenly you were asked to take the online classes, which started with WhatsApp. Largely it started with WhatsApp, then gradually we tried different platforms. We struggled through Cisco, then the other one I don't remember right now. There was one largely used.
Maybe Zoom.
Sorry, it's Zoom. Yeah, Zoom. It started with Zoom. Then some people tried Cisco WebEx, and now through G Suite we are stabilizing. Through Google Meet we are stabilizing. So the teachers, by now you must have understood that the online classes are quite different from face-to-face, what you have been doing all this time. It is not the replica of that. It is not that in the virtual space you replicate how you have been doing face-to-face. There are differences because you don't even get to see the child. Like your videos are right now off. I don't even see who I'm talking to. That I'm finding very strange. So similarly, you as a teacher can't see to your audiences and you have to speak. And so that is different. So unless it is made interactive, it's not going to be effective at all. So simply running the PPTs, and yes, I know that you have been making all the effort that is needed. So I'm very happy to note that you people have learned, and you continue this learning. Don't stop it. Unless you use, you will forget everything. Within a day or two, you will forget everything. So you have to continue using it. And as I have been urging during I addressed staff meeting of many schools, and I urged the teachers, please, it is high time, because we don't know when the children are going to physically come to schools. Now we have schools without children, and we are thoroughly missing the children. So I urge all of you to procure your own laptop or desktop. Through EMIs, we all are capable of making that expenditure as soon as possible, because through mobile, just now Tanushri, like she said, data is very limited. So through desktop or laptop, you also get the Wi-Fi connection. because private companies are within a day, the same day when you are requesting, same day they are coming and installing, because this is going to continue. Even when the schools actually reopen also, one child may not come to school more for maximum 2 days. So it's going to be blended only. So try to switch over from mobile to either laptop or desktop, so that the your effectiveness increases further. So I hope all of you will now make more concerted effort to improve your teaching learning. So all the best to all of you, and I would again thank ZIT Mumbai. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, madam. We are starting the fourth batch from Monday. The coming Monday, we are starting the fourth batch. And the fifth batch also, we are starting in the next Monday. We want to finish as early as possible so that the teachers will get benefited out of it. Okay, thank you, madam. And now the success of this course is due to our director, sir, because he was going on giving me the tips how to make these videos, then how to make it, how to arrange it in order. Therefore, now I humbly request our honorable director, sir, to bless the participants. Sir, please.
Good afternoon, friends. My colleague, Ms. Mandal, Mr. Srinivasan, and all participants of this program. I'm very happy to hear the positive feedback that you have shared just now. But then I want you to remind that this is only a beginning, because times are uncertain. Any further changes can happen, and in that you should be prepared to face the challenges thrown by the situation. And of course, what is sure is that the technology is going to be there, and we need to fall back on technology more and more compared to the earlier times. And I would re-emphasize what your DC said just now. Those of you who don't have systems at your disposal, try to have systems at your disposal which can make your job much better than what you could otherwise do. Even if the regular school starts, since all our schools are equipped with a sufficient ICT infrastructure, you have opportunities to utilize this infrastructure to ensure deeper learning of the students. You might have by now seen some of the essential aspects of NPE 2020. And one essential thing of NPE 2020 is the shift from what to learn to how to learn. And this was very nicely elaborated in the morning by our Honorable PM in the enclave to the Vice Chancellors and personalities in the field of higher education. And this aspect of how to learn has been nicely articulated in the document. And remember, how to learn goes with in-depth learning, critical thinking, and drawing inferences, making constructive contributions. All those things go into this. And for all those things, technology is a very able scaffold. Technology is an able tool, and therefore you need to use this scaffold, you need to use this tool, and for which you need a certain starting point. And what have we given is only the starting point. From the free and open source domain, whatever is there, we had shared with you. Now it's up to you to move forward, move ahead, and then have a whole new exciting professional world for you. Dear friends, the technical aspects have been dealt in the course, but then a few pedagogical aspects I would like to share with you today. You see, you might have taken certain lessons, indirect messages. The first indirect message that you would have taken is that all our course modules in the form of videos are all short. I think the longest video is around 12 minutes and most of them are around 10 minutes only. So what is the message that we are trying to convey here? The attention span of students is short, and therefore you need to have your session of 30 minutes or 35 minutes given in a class to be segmented into, say, multiple parts. And segmenting is an essential requirement in online teaching. So if you have to teach for 30 minutes, don't treat these 30 minutes as a single block, but treat these 30 minutes as what is called a chain of 3 or 4 segments, depending on how the concepts can be grouped, how the concepts can be sequenced, how the learning tasks can be arranged. Taking all these into account, you need to have a different view from the conventional classroom. In the conventional classroom, you can continue because the links and changes, the diversions that are required as and when you are seeing the students, you can incorporate in a physical class. But in the online class, as only the screen is visible for you, it's very difficult to gauge whether the students are actually following, whether they are actively involved, whether they are interested. It's very difficult, and therefore you need to follow this principle of segmenting. So try to break the lesson into smaller manageable chunks. And once you try to manage into smaller manageable chunks, then you will also be able to address what is another aspect called the load associated with learning. You see, normally we don't take into account all these aspects, and these aspects required to be taken into account essentially in online mode. And in this online mode, I would like to invite your attention to 3 specific loads. The first load is every subject has its own intrinsic load. And why do I say that a subject has an intrinsic load? You see, a subject per se is not just an accumulation of facts. A subject has certain inherent design, certain inherent structure, and certain kind of links between various concepts and ideas dealt in that particular subject. And if people have to know the design, know the concepts, know their linkages, then that puts certain amount of burden, that puts certain amount of load, and that load no teacher can avoid. So, and that is what is called as intrinsic load of the subject. You see, and this is precisely the reason where people find this load unmanageable in mathematics, unmanageable in science, and therefore they stop studying this and then move over to some other subjects. But of course, every subject, if someone wants to learn it in depth, has this intrinsic load, it cannot be avoided. Then the second thing, as we teach, certain materials are essential. Along with that, we also might have certain interesting facts that may not be essential. It is because of our own curiosity, it is because of our own interest, it is because of our own inquisitiveness, we may be sharing it. And these are all called as extrinsic loads, which are avoidable. And in the face-to-face mode, we have more time, so we need not bother about extrinsic load. But when you make a video, but when you are on an online class, your time is limited, your resources are limited, and therefore you should pay attention to avoid these extrinsic loads. And the example I can tell you, some interesting fact, but not necessarily required for learning the core or the idea or the concept. So that you have to avoid. But then you also need to provide opportunities for the students to see the links available in the subject, and see the links available between the concept, to see how one is related to the other, and for which you need to give certain context, you need to provide some examples, and this is referred to as a German load. And if this load matches with the intrinsic load, only then students can learn. Say some deeper concepts you are teaching and you are not building up the ideas, you are not demonstrating the links, you are not demonstrating the connections, then the load will be a burden and children will not be able to learn. But if you are providing engagement, giving examples, contrasting these cases, they are showing demonstrations, running movie clips and so on and so forth, people will be able to see this, and with this they will be able to handle the intrinsic load. And handling intrinsic load, handling German load becomes manageable provided you are segmenting the lesson and not keeping the whole 30 minutes as a single block. If you keep the whole 30 minutes as a single block, then it will be extremely difficult. So please remember, segmenting is an essential requirement. Then the second factor that you should remember all the time is, when you are preparing a video, when you are in the online mode, you have 2 ways in which you reach your students. And what are the 2 ways? One signal is the video signal, the other signal is the audio signal. And you see, this is what is called as, there are 2 modes of reaching the signal, reaching the students, reaching the learners. And you need to know how to match the student's requirement with the appropriate mode of the signal. Because sometimes video is required, sometimes audio is required, sometimes both are required. And this is what people technically call matching modality for the given context. So you need to use appropriate modality. Sometimes, you can have a video and just text embedded in the video. You don't have to speak. Sometimes when it comes to explanation, you have an image. Initially, people will see the image, and thereafter, as you explain, people will not see the image, rather they will be following what you are speaking. And this is what is called as matching modality. And when you make video, when you are preparing for your online session, you should focus on matching modality. This is also very, very essential. The third factor that you should remember while you are on an online session, while you are making video, is there is a concept called queuing. In psychology, in the conventional classrooms, we use queuing. We provide signal. So signaling. So how do you provide signal in your normal classroom? Supposing you write something on the board, and you write, one part of that writing is very, very important. So your different teachers use different strategies. You may use a color chart. You may underline that particular portion. You may put a box. You may give some star mark or some other sign. So these are all what are called as providing cues or giving signals. Similarly, for the online also, you can have a variety of signals. I will not say anything further on this, but then I will request you to locate what are these kind of signals, how can you build, and from your own experience, you can have your own unique signals. And remember, signaling is the third essential aspect that you should remember. Now coming to a few things related to the video. You see, if a question is asked as you make the video, how should you speak? Do you speak very slowly, or should you be fast, or should you be raising your voice? What should you do? And you see, research says conversational style is the best mode. When you make an educational video, it should be as if you are speaking in front of your students. Not much of a formal style, not totally informal, the way in which you like to talk in the class, in that particular style. And the second thing, time is a premium, data is also a premium. And therefore, you should not be taking so much time, should not be giving long pauses. Rather, you should speak relatively quickly and also with a good amount of enthusiasm. If you are dull, if your voice is feeble, then it will not reach the people. So remember, as you make videos, you speak relatively quickly and also with a good amount of enthusiasm. And now this last point that I am going to share with you is very, very important. Whenever you are having an online session, whenever you are making a video, the video should begin with what are called as guiding questions. I don't know, have you come across these guiding questions or not? If you have seen self-learning printed material in the past, open universities provide self-learning printed material. And in that self-learning printed material, at the commencement of every unit, they will say, after completing this module, you will be able to answer the following questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And those questions are called the guiding questions. So you need to understand in the session of 10 minutes in your video, in the session of 30 minutes in your online session, what are the questions that you will make your students to answer? What are the issues that you will empower your students with? So that you should be very clear, and it is always advisable to use the guiding questions in some interesting form. Not simply in a dull form like a textbook question or an examination question, but in some interesting form. So that instead of groping in the dark, your students will have a precise idea what to look for in the online session. They will have a precise idea what to look for in the video. And if it is not there, then the video may not be very effective. The online session may not be very successful. You see, of late, due to my other responsibility of managing the region, I am also observing a good number of classes online. And let me honestly tell you, I am not very happy with those online classes. For the very simple reason that majority of them are trying to imitate the physical classroom. Imitating physical classroom is not the solution here. People need to be aware of how to engage students in the remote basis, how to keep them attached to the sessions that you are having. And remember, today morning I had a chat with another person, and they have located one interesting teacher, and what this interesting teacher does is the teacher uses minimum 3 different strategies in 30-minute session. Now you may ask, how can there be multiple strategies in a small session of 30 minutes? So I'll give you some of the examples. So one could be that initial teacher talk. The second could be a brief video in between. The third could be a small independent activity. The fourth could be an interactive assessment. The fifth could be some kind of a discussion in the chat, because Google Suite gives you all these facilities. So likewise, if you explore what are the alternatives to engage students, or what are the alternatives for the teacher available in the online teaching platform, you will find umpteen possibilities. You need to be familiar with the majority of them, and you should wisely choose the 3, 4, or 5 that you will use in that 30-minute session. So in our program itself, we had given you, say, in the interactive assessment, a variety of options. So we have to use one interactive assessment in one class. And this interactive assessment, the students may take, say, not more than 3 to 5 minutes. So you have 30 minutes. You are spending 3 to 5 minutes for this interactive assessment. And in the interactive assessment, it becomes one variety. Your presentation or talk becomes another variety. Your video becomes another variety. Or your link to some other clipping, that becomes yet another variety. So you can have as much of variety as possible. It is completely up to you. And of course, we have not introduced one particular thing in this program. Maybe subsequently we will try. There are plenty of audio tools also available. As a teacher, since you have got the scheme of making video, you can also see there are plenty of open source tools available for making audio files, and especially for the primary teachers, the audio tools would be very, very handy. So kindly locate some of those audio tools and then try to build up your capacity in making audio files. And the advantage of audio files is that the file size is small, and children are more influenced by the rhyme music in the lower ages, and therefore it will reach them very well. And you can also give it to the students for their practice, and in that way it is one more effective way of engaging students. So dear friends, this is only a beginning, and this beginning has to be taken forward. And there is a genuine belief in many of the policy makers that this is going to be the new normal in future. And if this is going to be the new normal in future, we need to be well prepared to face this future. And remember, having got a job in Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan is one thing, but deriving the satisfaction and then achieving a sense of fulfillment is another thing. Getting a job is okay. Whatever hard work you had put into getting that has been achieved, but then achieving the sense of fulfillment that comes out of hard work, and therefore the time ahead of you demands hard work from you. And this hard work of teachers in the past had alone kept them in the higher pedestal or the highest pedestal, and that alone had given a name and prestige for this organization. And if this name and prestige has to be kept intact, and if this has to be carried forward, then committed work from each one of you is the essential requirement. At the maximum, we can provide you support. The actual work, actual effort, willing contribution has to actually come from you. And with this, I wish you all the very best. Thank Mr. Srinivasan for this tireless efforts, and also Ms. Mandal for providing us this opportunity to have purposeful interaction with you. Thank you, and all the very best.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. Well, you have already given the tips to continue that beginning till the end. And I think you have already told about that audio tools. I hope that is a good idea. I think that all the participants can explore Audacity. There is one software available, which is open source software, Audacity. Audacaty, Audacity. If you Google it, you can get it, and it is very easy to learn also. And you can do any kind of recording, and you can enhance the recording, and you can keep the recording Suppose you are recorded for 30 minutes, you can make it into small pieces also. As sir was telling, only 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes you can make. Okay, now I sincerely thank Deputy Commissioner Madam of Raipur region and our director sir for sparing their valuable time and encouraging the participants in this valedictory function. I once again thank all the participants for your active participation in the valedictory function. Thank you very much. All the best to everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Once again, sincere thanks to all the participants. Those who are not filled that certificate verification link, please fill it. And those who are yet to submit your quiz and assignments, please submit it. We will give you enough time by next week. By next week, if we will be generating your email, e-certificates, please remember those who are submitting all the 9 assignments will be given e-certificates. If you have any doubt, please feel free to call us. We are here to help you. If you have any trouble in understanding, if you have any trouble in uploading the video and all, please ask us. We are here to help you. Thank you, friends. You can.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You can log out.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.